Indeed, thank you very much, Leigh-Anne. Now, in the fast-paced world and the busy lives that we lead, it is inevitable that we will take some things for granted. Obvious things will be like appreciating the fact that you have a roof over your head, the food that you have to eat every day. But what about taking your health for granted or your ability to perform certain tasks? In fact, what about your ability?
Now, for Mark and Mia, parents to 4-month-old baby Neve, hearing is something that they are unlikely to ever take for granted because the couple were devastated after a newborn hearing screening found that their daughter couldn't hear, but a glimmer of hope presented itself in the form of a cochlear implant.
Indeed. And at 3.5 months old, Neve became the youngest baby in South Africa and one of the youngest in the world to have a cochlear implant. A surgery team from the Tygerberg Hospital, Stellenbosch University Cochlear Implant Unit and the Carol de Toy Centre successfully performed the operation, and 1 month later, the device was switched on. But how does a baby who has never heard the sound of her parents in her life react to those voices? Well, here's how.
I think I probably felt more nervous than Mia in the build-up to this. Nervous excitement, I suppose. But yeah, it's such a poignant, special moment. Filming.
She's always engaged, but yeah, just that much more awareness of us and sound is just, yeah, a part of that, which is wonderful.
Was that your voice?
Oh, man, that brings tears to your eyes. How cute is that, though?
Wow, wow.
Hey?
Absolutely.
Sure. But you know what? The baby's hearing defect was only picked up due to a revealing hearing test that Mark and Mia requested for their daughter. Now, these tests are voluntary and often undertaken in private hospitals, while they are not compulsory in the government hospitals.
Yeah, but it is indeed, however, very important to assess your child's or newborn's hearing ability as early as possible in order to intervene and try to provide the support that they need. In fact, this morning, Dr. Darren Green joins us to offer some solutions on how to test for hearing loss in children and what possible treatments are available.
Exactly. So if you or your child have suffered hearing loss and have had or would like to have it rectified, you can please call us and tell us your story. The number there is 0839133728. The good doctor is standing by.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining us, Dr.
Yeah.
Green.
Thank you. Morning.
Let's jump straight into it. So what are the different causes of hearing loss in children?
Yeah, so in two big groups, you get congenital causes. In other words, you're born with them.
Okay.
With lack of hearing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when it comes to hearing loss, the other causes are related to infections predominantly. And the two types of hearing loss you get are one where the actual nerve tissue that's involved with the conduction of signal is affected. That's called sensory neural hearing loss. And the other big group is called conductive hearing loss. In other words, there's a blockage somewhere from the outside of the ear, you know, blocking those vibrations as they move through the ear, through the complex layers of structures to get to the inner ear. And congenital hearing loss in this case involves the nerve itself. Now, the cochlea, we speak about cochlear implants. The cochlea is a very important and integral part of the ear that contains small hair cells and fluid that, as it vibrates in response to the external stimulus, obviously emits electrical signal, which is then conducted to the different parts of the brain.
Dr. Dan, we're going to talk about those cochlear implants after the break. If you have any calls or questions or you want some advice from the doctor, you can just give us a shout, 0839133728. We'll be back after these.
Only